Dershowitz, Harvard Law Professor Emeritus, lifelong Democrat, and author of Trumped Up. It is always good to have you here.
Thank you.
And you've just written a great op-ed about our rights. And again, this is coming from, you've been a lifelong Democrat. You did not vote for President Trump, but you are very concerned about his rights being stripped away and how that might affect all of us.
Well, the way they go after our rights is first to go after political enemies, establish precedents on the basis of the political enemies, and then that precedent lies around like a loaded gun and can be used against anybody. Do you remember the great movie and play A Man for All Seasons? Sir Thomas More is asked, would you give the devil the right of the law? And he says, yes, I would. And the opponent says, no, you can't give the devil the right of the law. And then Sir Thomas More says, if you knock down all the laws to get the devil, the next thing that will happen is the devil will use that to come after you. Now, Democrats and left-wingers obviously think President Trump is the devil, and they're prepared to eliminate civil liberties. The American Civil Liberties Union is praising a raid on a lawyer's office and praising the fact that the FBI gets to read potentially lawyer-client privileged information because they want to put
Yeah,
Trump.
but what if it happened to them?
That's the point. You know, when I was a kid, they used to tell me, you know, a conservative is a liberal who's been mugged. And I would respond, yeah. And I would respond by saying, yeah. And a liberal is a conservative whose kid's been busted for pot or who is being audited by the IRS. You got to commit yourself to civil liberties without regard to which side is being attacked. And I have to tell you, I'm not only critical of the Democrats on this, I'm critical of Republicans who were yelling about Hillary Clinton, lock her up, trying to expand the criminal law to get her. When they try to impeach Bill Clinton, that was a mistake. It's always a mistake to expand the criminal law or the grounds for impeachment against your political enemies because it's going to come back to bite you in the rear end.
Bottom line, you're saying that the hatred of civil libertarians has made it so intense that they can't actually do their fundamental job, which is to protect everyone's right.
Well, first of all, there are a lot of civil libertarians in the ACLU who don't care about civil liberties. All they care about is left-wing, hard left politics. They use civil liberties as an excuse and as a justification. This is happening all over the country. When I was a kid, it was the McCarthyites on the right that would try to stop free speech on campus. Today, it's the hard left. I spoke just the other day at the University of Illinois, and there were protests against me for speaking there because I support Israel. So, you know, everybody is turning everything around now, and there's so much hypocrisy, and the ultimate victim is both truth and civil liberties.
That's a great point. Alan Dershowitz, I know you're a busy man, but here's 243 pages of non-collusion.
Oh, that's fantastic. Look, even if there were, quote, collusion, collusion isn't a crime under the federal criminal statute. That's why there should have been an independent, nonpartisan investigation to look at the role that Russia played in attempting to influence our election. Instead of immediately pointing fingers, that got us nowhere.
Agreed.
You got it.
Professor, always good to have you.
Thank you. I'll take this home and study.
It's all yours.
Good luck with that.
All right. Well, coming up, an about-face from Twitter, why the social media site is now apologizing to Candace Owens.
And it was the bromance that shocked the world.